Hey guys, and welcome to my Death Stranding 2 video on infiltrating enemy bases. I'm going to show you how to infiltrate and take out the enemies as quickly and as efficiently as possible with the least amount of risk. The two main reasons for infiltrating an enemy base are to steal resources back and also to complete missions, but as you can see, either scenario it is always best to have the high ground when infiltrating the base. You never want to have the low ground. In this case, I have a zipline up on a cliff here that I'm using, and I'm going to be pulling out the sniper rifle that has tranquilizer rounds, which you can get from the Lone Commander. If you get 5 stars with the Lone Commander, you can basically get a silenced version, which is the one I'm using now, and there's just no way that the enemies can know where I'm shooting from or where I am, being silenced and so far away. I'm constantly using the Odrodeck scanner to tap L1 and see where the enemies are. And as you can see with the sniper rifle, if the enemy's wearing a helmet, it takes 2 shots to take them out, and this is on brutal difficulty. I find it best to play on brutal difficulty simply because it's a bit more challenging and fun, and also you get Legend of Legends for your deliveries, so instead of turning it on and off, I just keep it on, and it keeps the game nice and challenging. Now as you can see, these enemies are not wearing helmets, so with the tranquilizer sniper rifle, it only takes 1 headshot instead of 2 headshots if they were wearing helmets. In this particular base, there is 3 main entrances to the base, and if you approach from any of those entrances, there's going to be guards in the watchtower, so that can be doable, but I find it easier to find a weak place geographically to infiltrate the base, and in this case, for this one, it is high up, where I can shoot down with the tranquilized sniper and go for the headshots. When I run out of bullets with the sniper rifle, I'm simply switching to another one and rinsing and repeating, and then eventually when I find myself feeling more comfortable with the amount of enemies I've taken out, I'm going to make my way further into the base, but for now I'm just going for the headshots, which is quite fun, and just bear in mind the further away you are with the range, the projectile will drop in altitude as it travels towards the enemy. Okay guys, and now I feel like I have taken out enough enemies from this vantage point. Sometimes the angle's not the greatest for some of the enemy locations, so either case I'm going to zipline and scan with my Odrodeck to try and see where more of the enemies are, and I'll be approaching the base and then taking the enemies at a closer range. I'm still going to be using my tranquilized sniper rifle to start with, but I'm going to be moving across to other weapons and other techniques as I move in closer. Once again, the headshots with the silenced tranquilized sniper rifle make it a hell of a lot easier to take these enemies out, but I may be looking at switching up as I move in closer to the enemies. And that is the shotgun at close range. At this point, I'm fairly certain there's not many enemies left in the base. This may be the last enemy, but I also have combat gloves equipped, so worst case scenario, I just basically go ham and punch the crap out of this guy with my combat gloves, which do a lot of damage, and I'm still remained in stealth because no one was alerted. Here I notice the guard tower still has an enemy on it, so I take him out with the 1-shot headshot tranquilized knockout with the sniper rifle, and I move deeper into the base to clear out more of these watchtowers, just ones where I couldn't see where I was at my vantage point, and then basically move deeper in and take out the remaining last enemies. Now as a surprise, these enemies pop out of the post box, so the reinforcements have arrived, and I use my trusty combat gloves to take this enemy out. Now the next enemy, who has the staff, he is basically immune to melee attacks at close range, so you can use the Strand, which is definitely a good weapon to use at close quarters, as you can deflect and block. At the moment I just block the staff, and then I get some distance and use the highly effective shotgun, which is extremely effective at close range, as you can see. The cool thing about this game is that all of the weapons you can practice and master in training VR mode. As you can see, this is one of the final enemies, and using the shotgun I'm able to take him out and capture the base. Now once you capture the base, this animation will occur where Sam takes a rest, and that means the base has been neutralized. Now's the fun part. We can basically pilfer all the materials, or if it was a mission, we would have taken out the target, or we can collect the materials that were stolen. Now because I ziplined in, my main truck is elsewhere, so I'm going to be using the enemy's truck, and I'm going to be loading all the useful cargo into the back of that truck. Now with that cargo, I'm then going to drive it to basically where the next road building place is, and all the metals and ceramics, use that there to continue my road building. And I'm also going to be driving to a local friendly NPC and storing a bunch of stuff in my personal locker, or donating what I don't need to the shared locker. So this technique is great for clearing out enemy bases. If you're going to do a high value delivery that goes straight through an enemy base, then basically you can take it out before you even do the delivery, and then if you go and do the delivery straight away, the base will be markedly weaker, if not completely neutralized, when you do that delivery. The best thing, in my opinion, about this game, or one of the best things, is the versatility in which you can play. You can come into this base, guns blazing. You can, as you can see, I'm pilfering the entire box. What you do is hold square and then toggle down over the inventory, and it will just select all of it, so you don't need to select them one by one. It's so much faster, it saves so much time. And that's another thing that people don't understand about this game, or may have missed, is that every single little animated cutscene you can actually skip by holding X, and it's a great way to speed up the game. A really cool thing about your own truck is that you can upgrade it to have a sticky cannon on it, so you can just drive through the base and the sticky cannon will be firing and grabbing all the cargo and automatically putting it into the back of the truck, which is pretty awesome, and a good feeling. Don't need to get out of the truck to get the cargo. Now that I'm back on the main highway, as you can see, I basically have a whole bunch of cargo that I have stolen back from the brigands, which I can then use the ceramics and metals for road building at the nearest road building kiosk. And I'm also going to be dropping off any other cargo that I don't want to the data scientist, which is the closest friendly NPC to the next kiosk in the line that I need to build. So yeah guys, that's basically it. The easiest and fastest way to infiltrate enemy base and take everything, in my opinion, is to use the tranquilized silent sniper rifle, and I would highly recommend getting that by raising the porter grade of the lone commander to 5. Well, thanks very much for watching guys, and if you like this video, then yeah, maybe subscribe.